Alright guys, this is DannyBTalks, and I'm flying out tomorrow, heading down to Florida, so this is going to be the only video you get this week. I really wanted to have a Rise and Fall video done this week, but unfortunately that's not going to be able to happen, so we'll try and work on that once I come back in 1 week's time from my trip down to Orlando, and then over to Miami for the races. So yeah, wish me luck, and yeah, let's just talk about some NASCAR news before I leave. Congratulations to Graham A. Bolin for taking the checkered flag at Richmond International Raceway in the third race of the iRacing Pro League. He was followed up by Colin Keister in second, then followed by Michael Guest, Nathan Lyon, Alex McCollum, Ray Alfala, Chris Overland, Justin Bolton, Eric J. Smith, and Ashton Crowder rounding out the top 10. Alright, so we found out some news on the 2020 ARCA East Series schedule as well as the 2020 ARCA Showdown schedule. So the 2020 ARCA East Series schedule is going to include New Smyrna Speedway, then followed by Five Flags Speedway, Bristol Motor Speedway, Toledo Speedway, Berlin Raceway, Dover International Speedway, and then New Hampshire Motor Speedway following up the rest of that season. Then as for the 2020 ARCA Showdown schedule, they will be starting off at ISM Raceway, then they'll be going to Salem Speedway, followed by Mid-Ohio, IRP, Elko Speedway, Iowa Speedway, Gateway, Watkins Glen, Bristol, and then their season championship will be at Memphis Raceway. Xfinity Series team JD Motorsports has announced that Jesse Little will be racing full-time for them in the 2020 season. A lot of people have been rooting for Jesse Little to find a full-time ride, and it appears as though he's finally done that. I'm sure this will make a lot of people very happy. Some Truck Series news did officially leak out, and even though I kind of had a feeling this might be the case based on a rumor we heard from Corey LaJoie, well, it looks as though Lionel Racing may have accidentally leaked on their own forums that Todd Gilliland is indeed out of the Ford truck in 2020. Thought this was kind of cool to notice on Twitter this week. Jensen Button kind of had a little tweet up there towards Tony Stewart that hinted that he may want to try NASCAR. Perhaps we could see one of the Stewart-Haas Xfinity Series teams take up Jensen Button for a race. Chase Elliott fans will have the opportunity to vote on his Hooters paint scheme for 2020, and they give 4 total options here. They have the Daytona Beach Sunrise option, they have the Night Owl option, and then they have the Mean Streak option, followed by the Wingin' It option. My personal choice is the Night Owl paint scheme, but this is where the fans come in. Get to voting and decide for yourself. Brad Keselowski's 2020 discount tire paint scheme was unveiled this week, and I noticed something that took me off guard big time. I've noticed some things missing from this. First of all, where is those side contingencies? That's such a sad thing to see. But bigger than that, I don't see Miller Lite on this car. I know that they've been doing less and less races this year, but if they went out of the sport altogether for next year, I sure hope not. After Bubba Wallace admitted to NASCAR media that he did in fact intentionally spin at Texas last week, NASCAR went ahead and fined him $50,000 for those actions. Sorry Bubba, if you're gonna do that and get away with it, you can't talk about it afterwards. I want to wish a special congratulations to Derek Kraus for his championship in the K&N West Series this weekend at Phoenix. And the last little bit of news before I go over what happened in the races this weekend. Take this with a grain of salt, but I saw this on Twitter and thought it was very interesting from Nick Olson. Apparently there is a rumor that he's heard that Cole Custer may be going to the 41 next year, and there's a chance that Daniel Suarez may actually go to Richard Childress Racing, possibly in the 31. We'll see if this happens. That would be pretty cool if that happened. There's a chance that there may be an announcement at Homestead even, so we'll see if this happens. I might even be there to see it. Alright, now let's discuss the racing that happened over at Phoenix this weekend, starting with the Truck Series where Stuart Friesen was able to barely hang on and edge out Brandon Jones to get his second win of his Truck Series career, and this would officially lock him into the championship for at Miami. And in the Xfinity Series, Justin Allgaier, the veteran of the series, has gone winless in all of this season until this weekend. Justin Allgaier was able to get his first win of 2019, and at a peak time for him, as this now locks him into the championship for Miami. And even though we ended up going into a 3-lap shootout in the Cup Series race, Denny Hamlin still showed his dominance this weekend, and he ultimately deserved to win this weekend, and he did it at a right time, and it was able to lock him into the playoffs. Unfortunately, I had picked Chase Elliott this weekend on the NASCAR Weekly podcast, but he was running good until he blew a tire and backed it up into the wall, and that would end his championship hopes. Alright, so let's get you caught up to speed. Who are the 4 that could possibly be champions in all of these series? Let's start with the Truck Series. Our championship 4 at Miami will be Stuart Friesen, Ross Chastain, Brett Moffitt, or Matt Crafton. One of those 4 can be champion. Who do you think it will be? Personally, I'm saying Ross Chastain. And over in the Xfinity Series, we have Justin Allgaier, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and Cole Custer who will be in the championship 4 at Miami. Personally, I think I'm rooting for Justin Allgaier just because I think it'd be funny for the big three to win all these races. He wins one to get in and then goes and becomes champion. I would have loved it better if he had like just got himself in on points and then maybe finished second to someone like, you know, Noah Gragson who's not in it. That would have been hilarious. But I'm rooting for Justin Allgaier. However, I think Tyler Reddick will get his second championship. And our championship 4 will be Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. based on their wins. And just barely edging them out in points after the race at Phoenix is Kyle Busch in the final spot. And defending champion Joey Logano will not be there to defend his championship. Good luck to everyone in this weekend. And in the Cup Series, I think I'm going to be pulling for Martin Truex Jr. to get his second championship. Alright, now here's the part where I tell you about how the weather's going to be looking. And fun fact on the weather, when I fly out from Nashville tomorrow, we are expected to see a high of about 32 degrees and a low of about 16. So approximately when I'm getting on the airplane early in the morning, it's going to be about 16 to 20 degrees here in Nashville. And when I get off the plane in Orlando, probably about 65 to 70 degrees. Wow, what a difference that's gonna be. Yeah, I'm ready to be down in Florida where it's warm. And yeah, let's discuss the weather for Miami with Danny B Weather. Alright, so on Friday we will see a 40% chance of scattered thunderstorms with a high of 81 and a low of 66. So hopefully we can still get the Truck Series Championship in that night. If not, I'm sure we could gladly move it over to Saturday because we should see only a 20% chance of any precipitation with partly cloudy skies and a high of 80 degrees and a low of 62. And then on Sunday, should have no issues with the championship race happening. As we now see, we have a 10% chance of precipitation, a high of 81 and a low of 63. Granted, this forecast is coming as of Monday when I usually get Wednesday to do this, but hopefully things are still looking good. I say this, to be Florida, these weather temperatures look very fantastic. This makes me think of weather that I love here in Tennessee and not this cold stuff that we now have down over here. So I'm ready to be down in Florida where there's some nice weather, and hopefully we see some wonderful racing and exciting times for the final championship race at Miami. I'm ready to be there. I hope you're going to be there. There's going to be a lot of other NASCAR YouTubers there, so come on out if you can, and let's have fun and enjoy the championship weekend. Have a great weekend, guys. That's it for Danny B Needs a Minute, and I'll see you when I'm back from my honeymoon. Have a great day. Bye, guys.